It's Kiwi.
It's Jess.
Welcome to Maze's World. Whew. You know?
So, I'm hungry.
Yeah, we're back. Mukbang this time.
Mm-hmm. It's a mukbang and a Q&A in one. Okay, the backstory with how we just got this money for this mukbang is weird because we're broke. Like,
as fuck.
We're really broke. But I was like, oh, I need to do my taxes because, you know, I haven't done my taxes and all that. So I downloaded TurboTax. Shout out to Turbo. No, shout out to Guy.
Shout out to Guy.
Shout out to Guy because I just took a chance because it was like, complete a survey. It's going to take an hour. And you could get a $150 Visa gift card. So I was like, hell yeah. Like, why not? We have nothing better to do. So I did it and I got selected. And because like our Wi-Fi is so trash,
that's why the upload was kind of late.
Oh yeah, yesterday.
Cause the Wi-Fi is ass here, bro.
But he was just like, oh, the internet keeps going in and out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and send you your reward because I can see that you're participating. So we got an $150 gift card, but when I signed up, like we were like, ooh, we really want food. So we've been trying to get this food since like
in the morning.
1 and it's 5 now. Like we've been trying for 4 hours to get this food and we just not got it because we're stupid and we thought
put in the wrong year, bro.
The expiration it was like 11/30/2020 and I was putting 11/30.
This shit looks good though on me.
It was worth it. It was worth the struggle because now we're $150 rich. Well,
richer.
Well, not really because we just spent like $60 on this.
On me.
But
bag on this plate.
I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry. But okay, so today we have our Q&A.
You know.
Do you want to read a question?
We'll start from this.
Start from right here and up. After tickle my pickle.
Tickle my pickle. Are y'all raising the child as a couple, or as friends? Co-parenting as friends.
Friends.
I don't know. Should we explain more?
Yeah, we can explain. We're just not together. Like, we just decided, like, we work better as friends.
Shit don't work out, you know? Shit happens. And we're just mature enough to still live in the same place and get along for our kid.
Honestly.
I know y'all that thought might be like foreign to y'all, but I promise you, we're good, bro. We're everything's good.
Everything's good.
Everything's good for me.
So the next question was, are y'all gonna try and be a couple for the baby? We just answered that. No, we're not really trying to be a couple. We're just living together.
We're trying to provide the best life for Mage as possible.
Yeah, because we both wanted both of our parents in our lives. And we decided, like, just because we aren't together, it doesn't mean that we can't, like, co-parent. We can't be in the same house. Like, we brought her into this world, together. And so pretty sure we can do this. How do y'all like being teen parents? I like it. I mean, we're not we're not really parents yet, but
like, it's a lot. Like some days I be like living life so fast. I be in the mirror. I just think like I'm a dad.
Sometimes he be moody. He be more moody than me, and
really?
He's not even pregnant.
Whatever.
Yes.
Whatever, bro. She is like a big old baby, a big old pregnant baby that I have to nurse. If I had titty milk, I would give it to her.
No.
It's how she acts.
Shut up.
On me.
I
go downstairs, I bring in these big plates of food, I sit down, walk out. That's all I do. On me.
He does. I'm only happy when I'm eating. But
I felt that.
Next question is your family supportive? They're supportive in a way. Like, it's kind of hard to explain the situation with my parents right now. Because I'm not talking to my parents. I haven't talked to them since Friday. Well, I haven't talked to my dad since Friday, and I haven't talked to my mom since, like, the beginning of last week. That's a really complicated situation. Like I said in the last video, they didn't really support him being in my life. Like, even during my pregnancy, and they didn't really support, like, him seeing me after the baby. And So how would he see the baby if he can't even see me? Like, I don't know. They just made it way too personal. Like, it's not that serious.
I feel like over time they'll come to their senses.
We'll see.
And it's like, it sucks because like, Maze gotta go through that, you know?
Mhm. It really does suck. Who are some friends that are your biggest supporters within your pregnancy?
Let's see. My nigga Lex, of course.
Yeah, Lex has been there.
Shout out to Lex, you know?
It's funny because she was just typing.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, Lex is definitely a big supporter. She's been there for both of us throughout the whole pregnancy.
Bro, that's family. It should be a college friend.
Yeah.
She's family.
And then for me, Kendall. Kendall's been there since the first day of my pregnancy too.
Man.
That's my best friend.
It was crazy. I met Kendall before everyone.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this. I saw Kendall in SLC, my science class. I remember I was doing my work. She came over and she was like, "Are you struggling?" I'm like, what?
Are you struggling?
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's crazy. But yeah, Kendall. Shout out to Kendall.
You're not even eating.
I am.
It's hard to eat and talk.
Yeah, it is.
We didn't even show them the food. Okay, so I guess we could describe like the food that we got.
Yeah.
So we got these biscuits. Obviously, if you go to Red Lobster, like you have to get the biscuits. The hell, like what? That's not even a question.
Okay.
And then we got shrimp. We got this type of shrimp.
What?
I poured the liquid out.
Oh my.
We got this type of shrimp, and we got the fried shrimp. And then
Pasta.
Bro, I keep dropping things.
Messica.
And then
Messica.
Stop.
Messica.
And then I got this pasta.
Ooh.
Can't even, you know, like the thing that you
Makeup.
I got some pasta because I've been wanting pasta for a long time. And then we got lobster tail.
Smack.
And some crab legs.
This shit looks creepy as fuck though.
It does, like.
It looks like go to my gang signs.
So yeah, that's like what we got. And then I got some mashed potatoes too. And fries. We got fries. Supportive, I forgot. Jordan Layton. Shout out to Jordan Layton because she has been there. She has always helped me. Actually, since 8th grade, she has been one of the people that has always been there. She's been like a mother. She always takes care of me, so of course. Do you have any friends that have been supportive? Besides Lex?
Shout out to my nigga Jacoby. My nigga Jordan.
Jordan's been there for
yeah, my nigga Jordan, real one. I mean, shout out to Jordan for real though. Like, I remember job court, the worst time of my life. Worst time of my life, man. He's gonna be living, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So my nigga Jordan, real one. Jalen, I fuck with you, bro.
Oh, Jalen.
My nigga Jalen. Shit, that's all. Oh, my nigga Tori. Tori's the realest nigga I know. I don't care what you want to say. My nigga Tori the realest nigga I know.
He's so quiet.
Like, since my first day of school, I had his class, him and Aisha.
Isha.
Ishbay, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Isha.
Ishbay.
If I get her channel, I'm gonna try and like shout her out because she's making a YouTube too.
Really?
And she's funny. Yeah, she's funny.
She is funny as fuck.
I love Isha.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Next question is, if you guys were to live together, where would it be and why? We do live together. We live in Arlington right now. But when it comes to like in the future, our two places like are Colorado and California. And why is because I mean that's pretty obvious.
Life and
that ganja. When we went to Colorado, it was just like a whole different experience. Like,
man, it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Colorado is
the mountains.
Beautiful, bro.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do the Colorado story time. I'm thinking about Andy and going up the mountains. But it was a whole other thing. What age? Okay, what age will we let May smoke?
1. That's fine.
No. Freaking CPS getting called on us and shit. No.
I'll say 16, 15.
I think it would depend on like.
Oh my god, it depends on
maturity.
Okay, is she like a little immature 16-year-old, like still like innocent and shit? No.
Then no, but I think like we're gonna be very open, like because I was very open with my parents, like when it came to smoking and You know, like besides sex, like I was very open with my parents. So I feel like that does play a big part in like kids, because if you're, the more strict you are, the more they're just gonna go behind your back. I would rather be upfront and have her tell me, you know, what's going on so I can help her, than for her to have to feel like she has to hide it from me. So that's a definitely, I would say 15, 16.
Shit. The biscuit almost killed me, bro.
Why?
They're so dry.
Damn.
God, bro. Heck no, I'm good on those, but I like 16 and 17, around the age though. You know?
Really?
I would.
17? That's a little high.
A little high?
No, like, no.
What?
Like, no. Like, I think we should let her at 15.
Damn.
Like, 15 the lowest. The lowest.
I'll think about it.
15 the lowest. I don't know, yeah. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. How did y'all go all the way to Colorado without your parents knowing? That's a really good question. That is a really good question. I like that. So I begged my parents to let me go to Colorado. Like, I begged them, and I was like, you know, it's Lex. Like, y'all have known her. Like, she had lived with us. Like, y'all trust her. Y'all can trust her mom, blah, blah, blah. And they had not been suspicious about us having sleepovers, because we had been having sleepovers. So when the day came that, like, Colorado was, like, happening, we waited to pick him up until after. But my parents had me on Life 360. So I was, like, smart. Like, I just turned my phone off when we went to go get him. So that's how my parents didn't know.
Mine, I just told them.
Yeah. His mom, yeah. But
her.
it's because he's 18. Like, he was, like, 17, 18.
Yeah.
So it was different. And plus, he's a boy. Like, I don't know why, but parents they're just so not strict on boys. And it's not fair. It's not fair.
They're different.
It's not fair.
Girl to evil.
No.
You are, huh? Girl to fuck up your whole life and say sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Oh, so you didn't fuck him? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No. I'm playing.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. You can see my mood today. A little bit better.
Yeah, bigger.
It did get bigger. It gets bigger every day.
I swear.
So, another question was, how do your parents feel about you living with him? Well, I don't think they really care now because they gave me all my stuff. So, I mean, at first, it's not like I chose to come live with him. It's not like, oh, like, I want this. Like, no, like, there was situations that happened to where I felt like
You had to.
being home
The best option.
yeah, it's just not where I need to be at the moment, at least until the end of my pregnancy, at least. And there's just a lot of things that we need to figure out before I were to go home.
Yeah.
The question was, how did you tell you and him tell y'all's parents you were pregnant? Okay, I think it's trying to say, how did you tell him and how did y'all tell y'all's parents?
Willow's the same.
Yeah, he was with me whenever I got the pregnancy test, but I had sent him the pregnancy test, so it was just like, okay, so my point of view is I see him coming and he doesn't have anything in his hands, and I'm expecting, you know, like a bag with the pregnancy test. So he comes in and he throws the test at me, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, why were they in your pants? Because he stole it. Like, I was just like, whatever.
What else?
At least we got it.
But it was good thing I did that shit, because look.
Yeah, we would have never known. We would have never known. We're running out of questions, but...
Really?
We have 4 questions left.
The color, our favorite color, remember? Shout out to my brother Richard. Really, bro? But my favorite color?
What is your favorite color?
Black.
Mine's purple.
I was playing. It's light blue. Turquoise.
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 He calls it light blue, but it's turquoise.
It's light blue, though.
But it's turquoise. There's a difference between light blue and turquoise. There is. It's like a...
Light blue.
Turquoise is like a greenish, light blue.
Oh. What?
But it has green in it, so it's like greenish, light blue. Don't even. Because you want to call... There's a reason it's called turquoise, because it's a whole different color. Who picked the name? This is from Kaylee.
I think it's Kaylee, bro. I mean, shout out to her.
Who picked the name? He mentioned the name, and it was gonna be for a boy.
Yeah.
It was gonna be for a boy, but I was like, I like that.
Good. There's the story behind it. Yeah. I'm watching Lucifer. Everybody, if you haven't watched Lucifer, exit this video, go watch it, and come back. Cause that's out of line. Okay? But Lucifer, it got Maze, that girl named Maze in it, bro. She's like a badass. She's badass. And my mom was like, you should name your kid Maze. I thought about it. It sounded good as fuck.
Yeah.
That's how I texted her right away.
Maze. Okay, so yeah. I was like, I liked the name Maze, and I had been like saying it, but I had been thinking about it as a boy name because he mentioned it as a boy name, and I was like, no, I like that for a girl. And then when I said that as a girl, he was like, yeah, you know what, you're right, it does sound good for a girl. And we wanted something unique, like we wanted something that actually had meaning in our lives. And Maze is also a Juice WRLD song, and it was on the album that like we listened to like crazy.
The night we went to Colorado. No.
It was that weekend.
The night before.
Yeah, because I remember we went to Lex's house and we were listening to the album.
Yeah. We stayed up all night until it came out.
And it was the night before we went to Colorado. So there's a lot of meaning behind the name Maze and behind that album. And Juice WRLD, obviously, like that's our artist. Like that's our artist. So Maze has a very good name. I love her name, and I don't plan on changing it. I think it fits her already. It fits. Yeah. I've been saying it since I was 20 weeks. I'm 30 weeks today, actually. 30 weeks today, and we've been saying it like it's nothing. Like that's her name. So I think it fits. The next question is our parents' reaction. What was your mom's reaction?
Well, I found out recently that my mom already knew before I told her.
Yeah.
My best friend, my sister, Lex, she told my mom before
at
me.
Walmart.
Yes, man. So, really, why I told her she already knew, but I'm gonna say anyway. I was like, I went in her room. Mama, I tell you something. She said what? She said, Jess pregnant. She said, oh really? Well, you need to get a job. That's all she said.
Really? Yeah, not the reaction my parents had at all.
I think she was laying in her bed, so she was chilling, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
His mom's so chill. She does not really care.
Oh, for everyone else, man. She be on my ass.
Yeah. She do.
She be on my ass.
But,
she be on my ass.
So my parents, I guess I can tell the real story now. The real story. My mom, like not everybody knows this story.
What story?
The real story is my dad knew.
Oh,
my dad knew.
Let's hope she watch this.
You're gonna get in trouble. The real story is I had told my dad when we went to go get Kendall. Shout out to Kendall. I've already said her name, but shout out to Kendall. She was one of the first people I told to. But that's the real story is I had told him when we went to go pick up Kendall, and that was the weekend we were going to the state fair. And my mom's best friend had come into town from Corpus Christi, and her daughter Ember. So it was just a lot of people there, and my Mimi was there because we were all going to go to the state fair, and they all live down like I said, Corpus Christi, so it's like a far drive. So I told my dad because it had been on my mind. I was like, I just couldn't hold it in. It had only been 2 days since I had took the test. Like it had not been that long. And we were going to the state fair not only because my mom's, family and friends were in the town, but because it was her birthday. So it would have been like the worst timing to tell her. But I told my dad just because, I don't know, like me and my dad have always had a really close bond, before this. So it was for some reason, it just came out. I was just like, I really need to tell you something. I'm pregnant, and, he knew it was rocky. He knew, because he had a feeling that we were still messing around. But I told him, and he was like, well, I have to tell Mom. And I was like, you're going to tell Mom. You're going to tell Mom. you're gonna tell her before all this. We're about to go to State Fair. Her the family's here. All this." And he was like, "No, you're right. It would probably work out way worse than if I just wait to tell her." We ended up not telling her until everybody left. Everybody was gone. Not even Kendall was there. So we ended up waiting, and we acted like I had just told my dad, and he.
I remember that day. They called me.
Yeah, that night, like as soon as I told her, she was mad. Like she got really mad, like screaming mad. You know, she was like, "How can you be so stupid? Like, what were you thinking?" I mean, it's pretty typical, like for a parent to react to that news. Like, it wasn't like they reacted like in a really dramatic way. It actually got worse as I got more pregnant. It's like their reaction got worse, but
Give me the creeps.
Just pull it off.
They gave me the creeps, bro. She gave me the creeps. You see this?
It was good. It was good. Dip it in the butter.
Is that feet? Is this feet?
I don't know. It's a lobster tail.
Oh, I don't like it was feet.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know.
Are you trying to get away?
Maybe.
They killed it, you know?
Aww.
Okay. I felt
Stop.
bad. Nah, but high key like a worm.
Okay, stop. For real. Anyways, told my mom. She was not happy. She called my Mimi, and I had to tell my Mimi that I was pregnant. And then we called my grandpa to tell him, and we called my grandma. Like, that's what happens every time I get in trouble, is they make me call my whole family. So
why?
I don't know.
But they don't know that her parents never approved of me.
Never
approved of me.
Like, even when he first came to the house, they were like, "Oh, he didn't say hi," or "He's disrespectful." Like, he was never disrespectful to them. Like, he never, you know. I guess, like, they just expected him to be, like, perfect. I don't really know.
Somebody I'm not.
But you can't
anybody who know me, know I don't give a fuck. I don't be me. And I'm just weird. I'll admit, I'm weird as fuck. But
you can't really control who your kid falls in love with. You can't control, like, anything. So it was just kind of dumb. I don't know how to feel about it anymore.
It's like, man.
Because it's still going on.
It's still going on. It's like life supposed to be easy, and this shit supposed to be. Like, we're supposed to enjoy this, and they make it complicated. It's not complicated.
My whole pregnancy has been so complicated.
Yeah. So.
It has not been a happy pregnancy, but we're trying our best to make it happy now. So hopefully everything goes good now.
Yeah.
But okay.
Questions?
Pretty much.
Future.
Julia.
Oh, Julia. Shout out to Julia, you know. Julia, for real.
She said something about what do you want for the future for your baby and then your baby mom.
I just want to have both parents, you know? Like, both parents, like, actively. Because I didn't really have that.
Yeah.
I didn't really have that. And I don't know. Like, I talk to my dad. Yeah, I do. But, like, I remember as a kid, I used to see, like, on the D channel, and the kids play catch, play that. And that shit's so stupid. But I want to do that. I never told nobody that. But I really wanted to do that. So, that's why when they told me, like, you can't come see the baby, and we'll walk, like, nah. That's not going to cut it. I'm not going to cut it, bro. Because I don't want my kid to feel like me.
Exactly. And nobody should want the baby. Like, it should be about the baby, not about about personal, like, crap. So this is hard. And then it says, for the future for your baby and your baby mama, which we kind of already described our future. Like, we want to just be co-parents.
I don't want to be that toxic ass.
Yeah.
Like, people fighting, you know.
Which we were. Like, we were at the beginning of my pregnancy. We couldn't even have a conversation without arguing.
Man.
So a lot has changed. Like, our communication, it can get better, but we're way better.
Yeah.
We're way better than we were. So we're just going to keep on working on it until, you know.
Like, man, 2019 me could never do this what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be impossible.
I don't know how to open crab legs.
I know it's hard as fuck. I was trying to do it. I was like, man, hard as fuck.
I bet I look dumb. Like, somebody's gonna be like, that's not how you do it.
Man,
I don't know how to do it.
fuck
Okay,
that
whatever. I'll do it off the camera because I'm not trying to look stupid. But that's pretty much all the questions. We did not even eat all of our food. Like, this is way harder than it looks.
Man, I'm full.
I'm not.
That's just, I'm full.
This is the first time we've eaten and it's 5 o'clock, and that's not good.
Yeah.
I need to be eating.
I'm excited though. For the channel.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Pranks and shit. Oh yeah. Send me prank ideas. Jacoby, send me prank ideas. I need prank ideas because I like pranking people.
I pranked him on April 1st. I didn't get to film it, but I pranked him so good.
She got me good. I ain't gonna lie. I was so mad.
I got him so good.
So
I was where I was going into labor. I had been telling him like that whole day. Had been kind of like easing into it. I was like, oh, I'm having weird pains, like contractions. I like feel my stomach like it's tightening, and it was like just weird. Like I was just acting like, oh my gosh, everything's hurting. And then he went downstairs to go do something. I think he was talking to his mom. Yeah. And I shouted for him, and I had gotten a water bottle and poured it, so it was like my water broke. And he was like, oh my god, and the whole family was in on it too.
Yeah, man.
I had talked to everybody. I was like, I'm gonna do this prank, blah blah blah, and we all got him.
Yeah, but my mama cussing me out like, get the
keys, get the keys.
I'm freaking out, and I go all the way to the car.
And then we sit in the car. And I'm like, I need to tell you something. It was a prank. And he got so mad. He didn't even talk to me like for like an hour. He was so mad.
I was so mad, man.
He was so mad.
I was.
But I got him. So I know that when I do pranks.
It's my turn, you know. It's my turn to prank her. And I'm going to record it. Unlike her. I'm going to record it, you know. So
I'm smart.
So y'all be ready for that. Y'all be ready for that.
We'll see.
You remember that man who told the story?
Oh my god, we should tell that story.
Oh, you should. So, we in the store. It's me, my baby mama, my auntie, and this big white dude with a beer belly, a big gut. His
sticking out.
His bottom lip drooping under his upper lip. He looks so slow and so psych. He had COVID-19. He had COVID-19.
He really.
I know he did. So, He stared at my auntie like this. As she walked by, he started smiling, creepy as fuck. So I'm already mad. So I'm staring this nigga down. And he started staring at her.
And he looks at my stomach and goes,
boy, girl, like nothing.
No, I said girl.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's a girl.
Nothing. Just like, stop it. Like, no,
yeah,
nothing.
And he was like, oh, it's a, what did he say? A girl?
Yeah.
He was like, a girl?
Mm-hmm.
It was so
And walked
creepy.
away. Just walked away fast as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was so weird.
Man.
But
fucking creeps out here.
Anyways, so our video is 30 minutes. Like, that's kind of long, so we need to stop here. But thank you for watching our mukbang. Hopefully it was interesting. Ow.
Sorry. Ow.
Hopefully it was interesting. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned.